Hello and welcome to Spotlight on Wawarsing. I am your host Sullivan, and today's show features Maria Cecilia Deferrari, the outreach coordinator for the Relatives as Parents program, also known as RAPP. Thanks for being here.
Thanks for having me, Sullivan.
So, who participates in the Relatives as Parents program? Who qualifies?
People in the community participate in Relatives as Parents program, also known as RAPP, RAPP, who are taking care of children when parents are unavailable to parent. So most of the time that's grandparents, aunts, uncles, it could be a sibling, or a friend who's stepped into that parenting role with the child. And essentially anyone in the community who wants some information, education, support around being a caregiver for a child when the parents are unavailable to parent that child for whatever reason qualifies.
Oh. So, what is the Relatives as Parents program about, and what is a caregiver?
Great questions. Relatives as Parents program is, our mission is primarily to foster familial bonds between relative caregivers and the children who they care for. And, you know, what is a caregiver? So I spoke just a second ago about a caregiver can be a grandparent, an aunt, an uncle, a friend, a sibling, really anyone who's stepping into that parenting role. And this can be, it's the person who's the primary decision maker in a child's life. Mm-hmm. So it could be the person who's deciding, you know, about school options for a child, medical treatment, like who do you go home to and eat dinner with? Who are you living with? That's the primary caregiver.
When are the monthly meetings?
Our monthly meetings currently take place in Kingston at Cornell Cooperative Extension of Ulster County. That's at 232 Plaza Road in Kingston, right by the Hannafords and across from Herzog's. We're in Ellenville right now. We would love to start an Ellenville get together and have a monthly meeting here as well. We would need about 5 families to really commit to be with us once a month for that. So those are our monthly meetings. Yeah.
For the ones you're planning on doing in Ellenville, do you know when in the month it's gonna be monthly?
So right now we don't have any scheduled. We've in the past we've had get-togethers at the library midday during the school year, because that's a good time for caregivers. Usually kids are in school. There might be, you know, flexibility for time. We're very flexible if the community is in touch with us and says, I'm a relative caregiver, I'm, you know, a friend of the family raising a child, and I need some support, I need some information, I'm in the Ellenville area, then we could certainly speak with them and see, you know, what we can do in terms of starting something up this way. In the past, we've had a group here, and people have their lives and we're busy. We would really need someone to commit to say, like, you know, a couple of months of coming to the same meeting, so that just to make our time worthwhile to come out here.
What is the Crafty Clovers 4-H Club? And what do you do when you're inside the meeting?
Okay. The Crafty Clovers 4-H Club is a 4-H club which focuses on crafting. And we have participants from Relatives as Parents program, the youth who are in the program who are in this 4-H club. And they meet once a month as well down at the extension office. in Kingston.
Do you meet there in Kingston?
We do. We meet at the Cornell Cooperative Extension of Ulster County's offices right in the Kingston Plaza. And that's where we meet for the monthly meeting and for the Crafty Clovers. I wanted to add that in the monthly meeting, we have a youth component also, so that the caregivers have time to be with other caregivers and the youth have time to be with other youth. We have a youth educator.
What's the teen RAPP about, and what's the difference between the two, the RAPP and the teen RAPP?
Thanks for asking. So Teen RAPP, Relatives as Parents Program, is a group that grew out of the fact that teenagers have different needs than little ones. A 5-year-old and a 14-year-old are going to want to learn about different sorts of things. So essentially, the teen group is an independent group that is the only part of our program which is not intergenerational. So the teens are there with our youth educator, Allison, and they do a lot of different activities. They just put together a mural project, which was in the O Positive Festival, an arts and wellness festival over in Kingston. And it's actually, it's like 5 feet by 9 feet, and it's touring around the county and hopefully to museums and so forth. So the teen RAPP group is, the teens get a chance to be with other teenagers. It came into existence because RAPP, Relatives as Parents Program, has existed for about 10 years in locally, and our 6-year-olds are now 16. So, we were kind of responding to what's going on, what people want and need.
Do people gotta confirm that they're going to these meetings, or can they just show up like anytime?
Thank you. Absolutely. We do need people to register with us and to come. We love people to come to our meetings. We're really into food. And so we need to know how much food to order. Just in terms of logistics, we need to know who's coming and where. Sometimes we'll have meetings, or an event might happen that's off-site also. So we always ask people to call and check in with us at the Relatives as Parents Program number at the Cooperative Extension.
Can you tell me what these are, and what do they have to do with RAPP?
So these are, I figured I wanted to give people something that I'd want to receive myself. Mm-hmm. I'm really into herbalism and aromatherapy stuff. So these are little sachets, which just means like a little bag or a little pouch in French. And essentially, it says, this is like my calling card in a way. I have a business card, but I like the energy of this. The question on it is, are you caring for a relative's or friend's child? Call us. And then, our phone number is there. And then it's also a memorable experience because, so this one, for example, is eucalyptus and rose. And eucalyptus is good for the lungs, keeps things clear, and rose is the universal symbol for love. And that's what our caregivers are providing for the children who they're caring for. So, yeah, those are the sachets. You will get one at the end of the program.
Sorry if you already told me this, but
it's fine.
Do you know, is there a specific reason why the RAPP meeting, the club was created?
Thank you. You did not ask me. So the reason why Relatives as Parents Program came into existence, was created, is because there's a growing need for support for people raising children when parents are unavailable to parent. And, I remember growing up, I had some friends who, their grandma was raising them, or their aunt or their uncle, or, whatever the situation is. And it's a wonderful thing that people are offering to parent a child. And it's also challenging. It's challenging enough for a parent to parent their own child. So different things come up and are addressed, and there are different needs that come up. So we're really, we provide that support, information, education. People might not know what their options are, so we can say, maybe you could talk to this person, or maybe they need a referral for some sort of, for medical provider, and we can say, this is, there's a list of people you might be able to contact if you'd like.
Was the group created by like a founder, a specific person, or a collective group?
I love that question. So Relatives as Parents program is a national initiative. I don't know the deeper history about it. Actually, I'm going to a conference pretty soon, and I'll be finding out more. There are Relatives as Parents program groups throughout the country. And so, for example, in New York State, a lot of them are housed under the cooperative extensions. Each county has its own cooperative extension. And I will find out for you and report back about the deeper history of Relatives as Parents program, and if there's a specific founder, or if it was just if it was an initiative. I know that I'll be attending this conference put on by a foundation called the Brookdale Foundation, and they convene a lot of the organizations which have RAPP programs. So, for example, in Dutchess County, there's a Relatives as Parents program. In Orange County, and if someone lives close to the border to one county, but if someone were like in Orange County and they wanted to come to the Ulster Relatives as Parents program, they could. They're certainly welcome.
Is there like a time, place, or like online website where people have to go to sign up?
Fabulous question. So we like people to email us or call us and set up a time so we can get together. Really, the only time we do paperwork is that first time we get together and meet. And it usually takes about an hour. We get to know people's stories so that we can see how best to be supportive of them. And so people can call the Cooperative Extension Office at 845-340-3990. They can ask for extension 347. That's 340-3990, extension 347. Cornell Cooperative Extension of Ulster County Relatives as Parents program. They can certainly also email me. I am at M like Maria, C like cat, D like dog 242. So it's like MacD 242 at Cornell 2Ls.edu. And we're really responsive. So if someone gives us a call or emails us, we're happy to respond. And I think the information will also be at the end of this program.
It's actually like right below us.
Oh, fabulous. Even better.
Was there anything else you would like to share today?
Just that I'm so appreciative of your hosting me and of everybody who is here on the program. I know the effort that it takes to put this all together. And I hope to come back and visit again.
Thanks for sharing with us.
Thank you, Sully.